So I'm currently off of work for the holidays, even though I personally don't celebrate Christmas or New Year's. In fact, I haven't celebrated these holidays in a few years now. No, I don't miss wrapping or opening presents, and I definitely don't miss the gathering of family members to celebrate the holiday. See, I aim to follow all the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, and with me following them, it is a sin to celebrate these holidays. And to be honest, it's actually considered idolatry because it does not signify anything of the Most High. Therefore, when people do celebrate it, they may be inadvertently honoring traditions and practices that are disconnected from the true worship and teachings of God, which we call pagan holidays. I know what you're gonna say, but Christ was born on December 25th, which is 100% false. See, this is actually Nimrod's birthday, and he was worshipped and idolized after his death, which is where the idea of Christmas came from. Just Google it. I know when I first came into the truth, one of the first questions I asked was, how do I know what holidays to celebrate and what not to celebrate? And now the answer is too easy and simple. I mean, there are plenty of scriptures on where these pagan holidays are derived from and how they have nothing to do with the Most High. But the biggest thing for me was the purpose and real reason of why I celebrated them. For example, when I celebrated Christmas with my family and friends, I just remember celebrating it meant putting up a tree and decorating it, to eat good unclean food, and the biggest thing was to open gifts that my mom and dad got me for Christmas. Growing up, I could remember how I used to count down the days to get to Christmas and wake up at the ass crack of dawn just to open gifts with no thought of God in my mind. Or putting on green and red clothes, smiling big with Santa because he is supposed to represent the person bringing the gifts. Parents literally tell their children, if you don't be good, Santa's not gonna put anything under the tree. So what is that putting in their children's head? That they have to be good and follow rules because of a man that only comes one time a year? And I'm not even gonna talk about how crazy it is that people let their children sit on a fat white man's leg to take a picture. But anyway, all of this is considered to be idolatry because I was focused on me and what I got under the tree. The celebration of Christmas had nothing to do with the Most High, but everything to do with the big green tree and all the boxes under it and being good for a big fat white man. And if we are really having a serious conversation, by celebrating a holiday that had nothing to do with worshiping the Most High is blasphemy. It's like spitting in God's face. It's written too many times in the Bible where the Most High says it angers him when we worship anything other than him, and he will destroy or exile anyone who worships anything outside of him. So now I only aim to celebrate feast days that was given to Israelites for a specific purpose and the honoring of the Most High. My family and I just celebrated the Feast of Dedication, and to prepare, we make sure we cook the right food and reading the scripture to make sure we are celebrating it correctly. And this is considered to be good in God's eyes. My husband will read scriptures to us and explaining the purpose of celebrating the feast day, the origin of where the feast day came from, and its importance. And if I'm being truly honest, celebrating feast days that I can find in the Bible makes me feel way better than celebrating pagan holidays like Christmas. Just knowing that I can actually read about the history of how our forefathers and foremothers overcame different adversities and how they are nowadays to observe and to thank the Most High for makes me feel like I'm doing something right. It's almost like preparing for an exam and feeling confident that you're gonna pass because you were able to find all the answers in the exam from studying. Does that make sense? Maybe not. But anyway, another example that makes me feel better about celebrating feast days of the Bible is that I'm not so confused on what I'm celebrating and why. I say this because Christmas was taught to me that it's a celebration of Christ's birthday. But when I asked where it is in the Bible, my Christian loving family could never provide me with the scripture. But when I asked my husband, why do we celebrate feast days like Passover or the Feast of First Fruit, he can always explain it to me and back it up with scriptures from the Bible. I low-key think he liked when I challenge him because he's not only teaching me, but it's also strengthening him as well. I don't know about you, but I want to be a true follower of Christ, and I don't want to partake in anything that Christ wouldn't partake in. And if Christ didn't celebrate his own birthday, wrap gifts, put it under a Christmas tree, and sit on Santa's lap, I ain't doing it either. And I'm damn sure not exposing my child to these wicked holidays because I want her to live a long and righteous life. Like I said in my last video, I love my daughter way too much to allow her to do things that is not of the Most High, like partaking in unclean food, idolizing other gods, or anything outside of worshiping the Most High, or committing death-worthy sins. And I'll try my very best to make sure she's living as she's supposed to, even if that means she misses some family gatherings and dinners. She ain't missing nothing, no way. But until next time, bye!